Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my links are down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today, intuitive friends, well, first of all, if you're watching this after the live stream, just go down below in the description box, and there you will find the timestamps. Okay, I will be doing individual readings for single Gemini, single Libra, and single Aquarius. So look down below in the description box for the timestamps. For those of you that are watching me live, there are no timestamps down below yet because this is a live stream. But as soon as I am done here with the live, then you will have the timestamps below. All right. That being said, today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what release may potentially be occurring in December in order for you to clear your past connections, past emotions, memories, all the things that are connected to the past or recent past in regards to your heart chakra and to connections in the past. Okay. So that you can finally open the door to love and to the love that you deserve in 2026. So this is pretty much like setting the stage up for 2026, what we need to release, what we need to take a look at so that we can enter the calendar year of 2026 with a clean slate. All right. That being said, let us start with Gemini. And don't forget, intuitive friends, please give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hello, Gemini. Sorry, I had to see what's going on over here with Ace, but hello, Gemini, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a single Gemini, and first of all, this is for the singles collective. So number one, you're a single Gemini. Number two, if you are a Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or if you're a Gemini in other placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on love, connections, partnerships, love, and marriage, then those placements will look as follows. You could have Gemini in your Venus, or have Gemini in your Juno, or Gemini in your fifth house, or Gemini in your seventh house. So if you have those placements with Gemini, then these messages are also for you. That being said, welcome, intuitive friend. Welcome, Gemini. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. That being said, Gemini, today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what release may potentially be occurring in December in order for you to clear the past memories, connections, emotions, so that you can finally open the door to the love that you've been waiting for, to the love that you deserve in 2026. So let's take a look at what needs to be cleared in regards to your heart chakra. And then, of course, more messages are going to come through. But let's see what's coming through for you, single Gemini. All right, single Gemini, you have here codependency patterns. Evaluate what you rely. Evaluate where you rely on others for emotional stability and reclaim your own power. Okay. So this is talking about clearing those areas in your life in which you use your connections, partners, as codependent factors, people, maybe even placeholders. Okay. What do I mean by placeholders? I mean, there could be other things going on, but they are seen more, those shadows, that self-sabotaging thought, limited belief, those internal flaws that we have may surface or may be at the forefront or may come to the forefront when you are in connections. For example, if you have a fear of intimacy, then maybe the patterns that you have had in the past or recent past is fearing commitment, fearing being connected to one partner, fearing the intimacy of going deeper, vulnerability. Okay, vulnerabilities, being able to share that, communicate that. You could also maybe have had fear of abandonment, being afraid to be left. Therefore, you stay in connections a lot longer than what you need to, or that what you should. Okay. So you may see yourself in runner chaser dynamics, where either you're the runner or you're the chaser. Maybe there's a codependency here on being avoidant. So there are many different things here, but codependency is based on two energies. One energy feeds the other, and the other energy feeds the other. So there's always this dynamic that becomes, in a way, addictive or difficult to release or let go of. So, here with codependency patterns, this is talking about what you may potentially be releasing here in December in order for you to clear those past connections, those past emotions, residual energy, memories. There's a need for you, or you should, okay, requirement here, if you want to evolve and have a healthier connection, is for you to sit down and see what is the pattern that you have noticed as you have dated throughout, the years that you've dated, have had partners, maybe marriages, engagements, whatever type of connection you have had, and to really look at that at the core foundation and see honestly here, well, what is it that I am not pouring into myself? Or what is it that shows itself when I'm in a connection? Why is it that I am always the giver and always attract takers? Or why is it that I'm always in connections where there's a runner chaser dynamic, whether I am fearing the intimacy or whether the other person is fearing the intimacy, or if I'm fearing the abandonment or the other person is fearing the abandonment. So this is talking about evaluating those patterns so that you can get to the bottom of it. Because what happens is, if you don't identify that and you are not able to really look at what that really is, you're going to keep getting into the same pattern and routine. Okay. So it's going to be the same storyline, but just with a different cast of characters in 2026. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through here for you. What other, we have here joint evolution. Validation, confirmation, as I said, codependency patterns here. This says here, joint evolution, you and others are growing together, supporting each other. So what you need to release and clear is the codependency. Why? Because once you're able to identify, you're able to understand and see where it is that you need to work and heal in regards to love and connections. And then as a result of that, mending, fixing, repairing, working on yourself, healing your inner wounds, then you're able to move in a direction in 2026 where you're open to evolve, right? The evolution of you. You are stepping into showing the best version of you because you have done the work, okay? And because energy never lies, the energy that you are presenting in a connection is the energy that you're going to attract. And so your healing, repairing, mending, fixing, and identifying your codependent patterns is going to allow you here to also attract someone who's been working on themselves, someone who's open to receiving and giving unconditional love, vice versa, you and that person and you. But we're then starting here in a level where two people are on par. Okay. So if you look at these trees, or at these the trunks of the tree, they're identical. They're mirroring each other. So as long as you are showing up, having done the work, then you're going to mirror or attract someone who's also done the work. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to be, perfect. We all have flaws and we all have things that we need to work through. There's some lessons that you learn on your own, and then there are lessons that need to be learned with a partner. So those triggers are needed in order to see, well, where else do I need to heal? So joint evolution, you stepping into 2026, showing a new, healed, healthier version of you when it comes to love, when it comes to self-love, when it comes to healthy boundaries, when it comes to disengaging or releasing the codependency patterns. Let's see what else is coming through for you here, single Gemini. Don't forget, single Gemini, to drop a rose in the comment section. And that lets me know that these messages resonated for you. You have status and you have negative, okay? Social standing is very important to me. I'm only interested when you're elevating my image, okay? So there may have been situations, circumstances, or events where, again, talking about this codependency energy here, where there may have been connections where you may have made it aware to your partner that there were some things that they needed to heal. But guess what? That same energy may have come to you in return. Maybe someone called you out on certain things here in the past or recent past. So there's a sense here of it's important to you, or it has been important to you, how others view you. Okay. The fact that you're interested in, again, it says, I'm only interested when you're elevating my image. So when it's glows, you may be very much open to receiving all the compliments, but when it's constructive criticism, that may be met or was met here in the past or recent past with a bit of resistance. So negative says here, I'm hiding my true intentions and I don't actually care about your well-being. So maybe there were situations in the past or recent past where you were attracting that codependent pattern. And so this reading is saying here the importance, or it's highlighting the importance of releasing and clearing these past energies, residual energies, connections, memories, emotions, identifying those codependent patterns, and allowing yourself the safe space to heal from that energy so that you can evolve. Okay? Let's take a look at what else is coming through here for codependency patterns. Let's see what release may be potentially occurring here in December. So this is good. This is you letting go of this once and for all, you taking care of it or continuing to mend, fix, repair these areas so that you can finally open the door to the love that you've been either waiting for or that you feel that you deserve in 2026. Let's see. Codependent pattern says evaluate where you rely on others for emotional stability and reclaim your own power. Let's see what's coming through. More clarity here. You have bliss, cherishing the day. Looking at those situations, circumstances, or events in the past or recent past as moments of learning. Cherishing the day. Cherishing the day is about happiness, about saying to yourself, well, you know what? I'm happy those things happened because I learned something from it. Rather than taking these situations, circumstances, or events, or challenges, or obstacles in your love life and looking at it or having a negative perception of it. So as you identify and evaluate why you may have relied on others emotion wise, this is talking about you looking at the glass half full. Well, what did I learn from those situations? Oh, I can see that I have a pattern in this, that, and the other. Yes, maybe other things may have occurred. Maybe there were things there that the other person, was at fault. But really saying to yourself, well, what did I bring to that challenge or obstacle? Why wasn't I ready to move in another direction when I saw the first sign of fill in the blank, whatever that may be? Was I nurturing a codependent pattern, habit? So those are those questions here that are coming through. Let's see what else is coming through here with joint evolution. Ooh, that did a very big peekaboo. So let's see. It says, the one who thrives, flourish, prosper, blossom. And sure enough, it's right under joint evolution. So this potential release that may be occurring here in December is going to allow you to really take a hard look at the areas that still need nurturing, that still need to be healed, that need to be confronted by yourself, like self-reflection, and to do the soul searching that is needed so that you can open a new chapter and these are butterflies, but butterflies are the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. Okay, so how can you work on these things so that in 2026, when you step out into the dating scene, you are presenting yourself as a healed person or as a person who's doing the work and evolving, becoming better, doing better, right? Because as they say, when you know better, you do better. So that's the energy that's coming through. Very, very beautiful energy here, especially with the one who thrives, because the one who thrives is like you've really gone through a lot in your love life to the point where it's like, okay, I have the power. And it says here, I reclaim my power. You reclaiming your power from those codependent, self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs so that you can attract a person who's also, again, calling into their energy a healthy relationship so that both of you can grow. So very, very nice. Last but not least, let's take a look at the next and final card. And then, of course, we're going to jump into Libra next. Status and negative. Ace of Cups. Wow. Validation confirmation on the symbolism here of butterflies, where I talked about butterflies symbolizing a new chapter, ending one cycle, beginning another. Ace of Cups. The universe, the creator, the divine gifts from the universe, destiny creator, giving you an opportunity here to encounter a new you, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. Ace of Cups, spiritual renewal, listening, knowing how to begin to, or maybe because whatever may have happened in the past or recent past, start believing and trusting your own intuition. The Ace of Cups, aces are all about the brand new start, the new beginning, the new you, the giving the opportunity or allowing your heart to open up to a new opportunity here to attract a like individual, a person who is also doing the work or has done the work. Joint evolution, a healthier, nurturing, prosperous type of connection. And of course, that coming through the moment that you are able to evaluate where you rely on others for emotional stability and reclaim your own power. So identifying those codependent behaviors or those codependent situations. Ace of Cups says, I welcome new love and trust what it brings. So there is not only the ace of a new beginning, but you being more open and more welcoming to the opportunity of love, the opportunity of connecting with someone. Because as I said at the top of the reading, with bliss, cherishing the day, you're going to be cherishing those moments, right? Those moments where it's like, okay, now I've reclaimed my power. Now let me look at my love life with this energy of like a new beginning, because I am strong, because I can, reclaim back my power, because I have learned lessons that I needed to learn. I've grown. I've supported myself. I've done the healing, or I'm doing the healing. And now I am open to not only giving, but receiving the love that I deserve, the kind of love that I deserve, right? All right, single Gemini, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, well, consider subscribing. Don't forget, down below in the description box, you will also see a link of Cafe Astrology. So if you're interested in taking a closer look at your astrological natal chart, I have no affiliation with Cafe Astrology, but it is a great tool to have and to use, especially because it's free and it's accurate, because I've used it myself. Okay, so that being said, intuitive friends, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Drop a rose in the comment section if these messages have resonated for you in the month of December. Up next, we have Libra. Intuitive friends, for those of you who are watching me live, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I am channeling messages for the Singles Collective. If you missed the fire signs, the single fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it is already up in the singles playlist. Also, we also have the earth signs. Okay, so the earth signs are also ready along with their timestamps as well. So if you missed, or if you have placements that are fire placements or earth placements, you could take a look in the singles playlist where you will find the singles reading for December. Intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at what you don't see coming. That is really good messages that I channeled, focusing on what you don't see coming, the unexpected. That's in the bonus messages readings. And of course, if you see your December reading, you will see a link there for what you don't see coming. So unexpected, what unexpected situation, circumstance, or event may pop up, okay, potentially for you in the month of either October, November, or December. And of course, we're in December now. So if it didn't resonate before, it might resonate now. So take a look at that as well. All right, intuitive friends. Up next, we have Libra. And of course, after Libra, we will have Aquarius. Thank you, intuitive friends, for your love, your loyalty, and your support. And if you like what you are watching, guess what? I also have, and I also do actually 5-minute mini tarot readings for my subscribers. So feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. So whenever I am on doing mini readings, you are more than welcome to join us in the chat. All right, intuitive friends, now we're going to focus on Libra. Hello, Libra, and welcome back to the channel. Single Libra, if you are a Libra in your sun, moon, or rising, or if you are a Libra in other placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on love, connections, partnerships, romance, and marriage. And those areas are if you are a Libra in your Venus, or Libra in your Juno, or Libra in your 5th house, or Libra in your 8th house, then these messages are also for you. Okay, single Libra. That being said, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a 2nd degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, and there you will see the links. For those of you who are my current subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. All right, single Libra. Today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what release may potentially be occurring here in the month of December in order for you to clear the past connections, past residual emotions, memories, things that may be blocking you here. So blocking your heart chakra, okay? So these messages are about clearing the past, clearing the residual energy so that you can finally open the door to the love that you've been waiting for or the love that you deserve in 2026, okay? So let's see what's coming through for you, Libra. What release may be potentially occurring in the month of December in order for you to clear your past connections, past memories, past emotions? What residual energy still needs a little bit more work to clear in the month of December so that you are open to the love that you deserve in 2026? And we have here, surrender to change. Surrender to change. Single Libra. This is talking about the resistance. There may be some old patterns, habits that maybe you've been like, well, that's the way that I am, quote unquote. I'm always like that. I'm not going to change. That's who I am. If someone likes me, then they have to like that part of me too. This may be a defense mechanism that you're using in order for you not to do the work or for you not to really take a look. So there may be some excuses here that you may have used due to past situations, circumstances, or events. Surrender to change says resistance creates suffering. So resistance creates tension. It creates you feeling and seeing and just carrying this energetic frequency in your heart chakra that could cause blockage. It could cause you to be a little bit more jaded. It could also cause you here not to evolve, meaning, well, I've always been quiet. I'm always quiet. That's just how I am. I'm just not a person who talks a lot. So, okay, this is an example. That may be the case. But maybe it's time for you to open up, because if you look back, and this is just an example here, if you look back in the connections that you have had that have failed or not succeeded, what is the common denominator? What is the common denominator? What is the common pattern? So that is some ways that you may be resisting changing something about yourself that is needed in order for you to grow, to be more emotionally intelligent, to be more emotionally mature, to say, yeah, you know what? There are parts of me that I understand are not perfect. So I know I need to work on X, Y, and Z. And you know what? Now that I look at it, and this is an example, maybe you talking to yourself, now that I look at it, this connection ended for the same reason. This connection ended for the same reason. This connection ended for the same reason. You know what? There's a pattern. So this is talking about that resistance to change is creating or causing this energy here, your heart chakra blockage. It could just be residual energy in regards to challenges, obstacles that you yourself are not allowing yourself to release, because there's this fear of changing. There's I have to put in the work. Not only would you need to put in the work, but you also need to be consistent. So if you're yes, no, maybe so, then this is exactly why this card is coming through for you in December, because it's saying you need to surrender to the change of evolution, of evolving. Okay? You're not the same person now that you were when you were 5 years old. Why? Because you grow. Why? Because experiences that you have had, lessons that you have learned, things you see differently. There's a sense of, you looking at the world very different than you were when you were 5 years old. Okay. So that again is another example. This also says flow with transformation rather than against it. So again, the more you resist, the more the situation, circumstance, blockage, and residual energy persists. Always remember that. The more that you resist, the more that whatever it is holding you back, that you're allowing to hold you back from a healthy connection, the more that's going to persist. The more the challenge, the tension, and the residual energy will be present time and time again. It'll be, like I always say, it'll be a whole different cast of characters, but it's going to be the same lesson over and over again until you learn from it. Okay? Let's take a look here at what else is coming through. What release may be potentially occurring here in December in order for you to clear your past connections and finally open the door to the love that you've been waiting for and the love that you deserve. So we have surrender to change. Resistance creates suffering, because what you resist persists. Okay? It says flow with transformation rather than against it. Let's get more clarity here, single Libra. Keeping up appearances. Okay. So keeping up appearances is, for example, here you are, single. Okay. And you are, of course, ruled by Venus. So you're making sure that your pictures are really nice on social media, that you're showing this appearance, that you're showing this kind of facade to the world. Okay. Showing this facade of like, I'm good, everything's great, I'm doing wonderful. Okay. I don't have any issues. I'm just ready to meet someone that's, that's stable, that's, worth the effort and the investment and all this and all that. But behind closed doors, there may be some things here that may need you to take some type of self-reflection, because there could be here some resistance to changing or letting go of old patterns, shadow self, attachments, whether to patterns, behaviors, mindsets, or perspectives. So you're showing the world these amazing pictures. Oh, look how great I look. Look how wonderful my life is. But there's a little bit resistance of you going deeper and saying, you know what? Maybe those things that were obstacles and challenges in those connections in the past or recent past, maybe I should work on that versus working on showing a side of myself as if everything's fine and dandy when I really need to do more work. So it's like showing that fake facade, but then when that person that you meet asks you to step up in whatever it may be, okay, your behavior, your pattern, when they call you out on it, you withdraw. You move in another direction. You make excuses not to really allow yourself to shift and learn and heal so that you don't have to repeat that pattern over and over again. So that's what this is talking about here in the month of December. What release may be potentially occurring here in December in order for you to clear past connections, past memories, past emotions, past residual energies in your heart chakra. Okay? Collaborate. We are aligned in our purposes. Let's combine forces and help each other succeed. So collaboration is about working with someone else. So let's take a look at the example I mentioned earlier. You notice, perhaps in the past or recent past, that you get into connections, and the moment you find someone or you connect with someone that there could be a potential, old habits pop up, whether that's inconsistencies, whether it's, oh, well, I'm quiet, I'm reserved, I'm to myself. Why do I wait? You see, that type of thinking, those excuses, they pop up. So here you are showing yourself as, I'm a wonderful potential candidate. Look at my pictures, look at me. But then when it's time for you to collaborate in a partnership, it gets a little bit sticky. Why? Well, because old patterns emerge. Patterns that if you haven't healed from or you haven't mended, fixed, or repaired them will show up again. And so someone who may be at a frequency where they are very much open to have a deep connection with you, if you're still in this energy of like, oh, well, but that's just how I am, I'm just never going to change, blah, 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 then you're becoming very resistant to it. And so this person that sees you and says, wow, like I really want to, have this like connection with you, you're not going to be emotionally available. Why? You're still stuck in something that you refuse to let go. That's difficult for you because resistance creates you dealing with the heartbreak, loss, all these emotions once the connection, starts and then breaks up, or the marriage gets together and then breaks up. Okay? Flow with transformation rather than against it. Allow yourself to evolve. And evolving means having to be very honest with yourself and say, yeah, you know what? I do have an issue with lack of consistency. What do I need to do in order to step up, not only just appear a certain way on pictures or on social media, but actually really come to the table with a sense of, I'm open to collaborate with a like-minded soul, with a person who can equally give that exchange and equally challenge you. Because it says here, let's combine forces and help each other succeed. So it's not just you, it's you and the other person. So there are some strengths that you have that you can, help your future partner and your future partner to you. But there is that collaboration between the both of you. There's this, okay, listen, I'm not perfect, but I know I need to work on this. And your partner saying, yeah, you know what? I'm not perfect either. I know I need to work on this. So when someone, okay, future 2026 approaches you, you don't get defensive. When a person gets defensive, it's because they're not healed from whatever it is that is triggering that defensiveness. Okay, so successful people work on themselves. So people who want successful relationships realize that they have to start with the person in the mirror before going out there and just keeping an appearance or showing an appearance of, yeah, look at me in my pictures. I look so great. I look so put together. But meanwhile, there's analysis paralysis. There's shutting down when there needs to be depth in a conversation. There's a silent treatment. There's a lack of consistency and all those shadows that surface the moment the facade falls, or the moment that whomever you are with challenges you to be a better person, right? So yeah, very, very interesting. Let's see what's coming through here with surrender to change. Ooh, you have here effort, conquering your demons. I mean, talk about validation confirmation here, Libra. Look at this. By the way, both of them have that same red color. It says effort, conquering your demons. What are conquering your demons? Well, what are the things that you're very resistant on changing? What are the things that in love, in connections, in partnerships, you say, well, this is just how I am. I'm just quiet. That's just me. Whoever, likes me, they have to deal with that. No, they don't. Not a person who's in the energy of collaborating. Person who's in this energy is not going to go for this energy. They're going to say, okay, well, when you mature or when you see that, we both have to get out of our boxes, we both have to get out of our comfort zones in order to grow, in order to help each other and become the power couple that we can be, then give me a call or give me a text. See what I'm saying? So here with effort, the more that you're able to put in that effort in surrendering to the change and allowing yourself here to transform into a healthier, more mature, intelligence, mature, all of that stuff, then the more that in 2026, you're going to be attracting someone who can collaborate with you and you with them. Not anything, not nothing is one way. It's both working together, okay? And exploring and learning each other. All right, so let's take a look here. Keeping up appearances. Keeping up appearances and acting like everything is fine. Okay? Let's get more clarity here with that. Keeping up appearances. And we have here the one who creates creativity, originality, spontaneity. Now, very interesting here, Libra, because your ruler is Venus. Venus rules Libra and also Venus rules Taurus. Okay? So, like I said, validation confirmation, taking those pictures, making sure they look good, making sure you're, I want to put my best features. I want to amplify my best features on those social media posts so that I could get accolades, or so that people could be like, oh yeah, this person has got it together. But here's the downside to that. When someone moves closer to getting to know you and create or establish a friendship, it's going to require you to be in this energy of, okay, I got to be aligned with my purpose. Why do I want to have this connection with this person? What do I bring to the table? That's more than just looking cute in a picture. Okay. And that, again, I'm using that as an example. It could be other things, right? For some of you, it's, your salary or what you do for a living. For others of you, it's like, oh, it's the way that I look, the way that I present myself, the way that I need to keep my appearances. Okay. The nice, shirt and the nice, because Venus is that energy. Venus is that luxury. Venus is, that making sure that, the nails are, done, the haircut, the this, the that, it's the aesthetics. So what's behind the aesthetics? What's underneath? What's at the foundation? Okay. So very, very, very interesting here. And I feel that you are very open to this energy in 2026. You will call in the person that that you attract, but you need to be in that energy of allowing yourself to transform. You need to put in the effort of conquering your own self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, so that when you step into 2026 and you step into the dating scene, then it's more than just a facade. It's more than just a pretty face or a pretty picture or a handsome picture or a sexy picture or attractive picture. There's more depth to you. There's the change, the shift of holding yourself accountable to your flaws and saying, okay, well, this is how I'm working on myself. Instead of shutting down and not talking, allowing yourself to open up when there is a disagreement, or kind of like keeping things very platonic, because there is a lot of responsibility once you are moving towards a connection that has that stability and security, right? Then there's a commitment, and commitments are based on consistency. So again, working on those areas. Let's see what's coming through here with collaborate. The Star. I am inspired and positive about the future. So this is very, very nice. Like I said, I feel here for you, single Libra, that 2026 could be a really great opportunity, okay, for you to attract what you've been hoping, wishing, and desiring. Okay, the Star card is the desire, the wish, but it's also the healing that needs to take place within you in order for you to have a very different perspective here on what it means to be in a partnership and cultivate a partnership or a friendship, or just, again, the consistency, putting it out there and, trying, okay, be more active. It says, I'm inspired and positive about the future. Okay. I do feel that what you have been manifesting or calling in your energy in regards to love may potentially be coming in your direction, but this work needs to happen in order for you to be able to transform this energy. And it only happens if you are placing the consistent effort and conquering your self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, old patterns of behavior, the excuses that you may use in order to not change. And so this is saying, no, there needs to be here a flow of transformation rather than you pushing against it. That being said, Libra, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. And thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, consider subscribing. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts once you subscribe, because I do 5-minute mini readings for my subscribers here on my channel. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell and all alerts. Thank you so much, Libra, and I'll see you next time. Up next, we have Aquarius. In the meantime, while I place all these cards back into their decks, I do want to say hello to those of you who are here. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and for stopping by. Greatly appreciate it. Today, I am channeling messages focusing on what release may be potentially occurring in December in order for you to clear your past connections, past memories, emotions, residual energies that you may have in your heart chakra, so that you can set up the stage, right? This is all about so that you can set up the stage and finally open the door to the love that you've been waiting for, the love that you've been asking, manifesting, and wanting in your love life. Okay. Always remember whatever it is that we're looking externally, the first thing that we need to do is look within ourselves. Okay. Am I the best version of me in order to go out there and attract my like-minded soul companion or partner? All right, intuitive friends. If you're interested in looking at other placements, those placements are already in the singles playlist. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's already done for you, as well as Earth, the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And now, of course, the air signs. And last but not least, the water signs. I will be channeling those tomorrow. Couple readings are going to come up during next week. Or I should say I'll be starting a couple of readings. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You'll be seeing the couple of readings, okay? All right, intuitive friends. Up next, we have Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are in Aquarius sun, moon, rising, or whether you are in Aquarius and other placements on your astrological natal chart, such as those that are in, if you're in Aquarius in your Venus, if you're Aquarius in your Juno, if you're in Aquarius in your 5th house, or if you're in Aquarius in your 7th house, okay? So those are the placements for love, relationship, partnerships, marriage, connections, and marriage. Okay. So if you are in Aquarius, did I say Aries? In Aquarius in your Venus, or Aquarius in your Juno, or Aquarius in your 5th house, or Aquarius in your 7th house, then these messages are for you. That being said, Aquarius, today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what release may be potentially occurring in December in order for you to clear your past connections, clear past memories, past emotions, residual energy, so that you can clear your heart chakra. Okay, Aquarius? All right, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you so that you can set up the stage, and open the door to love in 2026, okay? In your love life. Let's see what's coming through. All right, look at this. Turning pain into purpose. Your struggles can become the foundation of your greatest strength. So, what release may be potentially occurring in December for you to clear those past connections, those past memories, those past emotions? You turning the heartbreak, the breakup, separation, or divorce, the pain, the suffering, the grief, and the loss into your purpose, into your soul's purpose, into your life purpose, into you focusing on how can I make myself better? How can I learn from this situation? How can I take that learning experience and transmute the energy, meaning shifting, alchemy, okay? How can you transmute that energy of pain grief, and loss, and turn it into energy to fuel you into being the best possible version of yourself, not only in your career or in your hopefully okay, can you guys see me here? Hold on one second. Not only in your career, but in other areas of your life, which one of them being in your love life. Okay, so super important here. How can you turn? How can you shift? How can you transmute those energies into something very positive for you? So again, your struggles can become the foundation of your greatest strength. Okay. It's as if you're using or taking into account here, single Aquarius, that those experiences that you may have endured in the past or recent past, breakup, separation, or divorce, you using that energy, those lessons, and saying to yourself, well, you know what? Now I know better. Now you live and learn. So that's how this energy is coming across. It's saying, I'm going to turn the tears, the pain, the heartbreak, the loss into my sense of strength, into rebuilding me, into healing me, into mending, fixing, and repairing myself so that I can show up as a person who is not jaded in my love life. So I don't, in a way, hold other people accountable for something they had nothing to do with. Okay, because sometimes people bring their emotional baggage, they bring their memories, their perspectives, and they carry that baggage into every single connection. So what you want to do is you want to start fresh and clean. You don't want to walk into a potential friendship or connection carrying that baggage that may create this energy of being jaded, okay? Or very cynical, very kind of, standoffish or aloof or distant. So as you work through those struggles, you then create a stronger stability and security within yourself to build something better and stronger, first with yourself and then with someone in a connection. Okay. All right. It's as if this is saying here for you here, Aquarius, that when a tree is deeply rooted, when a tree has very good roots, it's anchored very well to the ground, to the point that no matter what may be happening on the outside, no matter what the climate, the temperature, the winds, the whatever, it is still strong and firm because it's deeply rooted. Okay, it's really grounded. So that's what this turning pain to purpose is. It's you gaining that awareness from those experiences so you can have a stronger foundation. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Okay. Let's get more clarity here. What release may be potentially occurring in December here, single Aquarius, in order for you to clear past connections and finally open the door to love in 2026? Look what you have here. It says, I don't know if you could see it. It says attachment issues. Clearing attachment issues. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. So in December, this is saying what release may be potentially occurring in December? You turning pain into purpose so that you could gain a stronger foundation within yourself. Okay, security, stability. Okay, the more that you realize that you can turn those that breakup, separation, or divorce into something very healthy and something that you can let go and not be a jaded person. Another issue here is attachment issues. Your ability to recognize what is your attachment issue. Are you an avoidant? Do you fear intimacy? Do you fear abandonment? What is the trigger? What happens here in connections that you have had in the past or recent past? Why the breakup? Why the separation? Why the divorce? And really taking a look here. Was it an excessive energy of fill in the blank? Was it your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs? Was it your insecurity? Was it you feeling inadequate about something? Is it your fear of being hurt, of being deceived, of being abandoned, of vulnerability? What is it? Right? And so that's what we're taking a look at here. Understanding what have been in your life here, in your love life, Aquarius. What is the reoccurring theme? What is the reoccurring reason that there has been a breakup, separation, or divorce? Why identify it so that you don't repeat it? So that you turn that issue into something that is resolved so that you can create a stronger foundation within you. Because when you live, you learn. Right? Let's see what else is coming through for you. Let's see what release may be potentially occurring in December in order for you to clear your past connections, clear past emotions, clear past memories. Dishonesty. That may have been one of the situations here in the past or recent past. Maybe there were attachment issues. Maybe there was some sense of a lack of transparency. Someone backstabbed you. Someone was dishonest. Someone didn't value your nurturing, caring, compassionate way of being. They may have lied. They may have cheated. They may have deceived you in some way, shape, or form. They may have hid certain things that were important. Maybe there was a sense here of someone holding back their emotions or holding their feelings. That could have been another person, but it could very well easily be you, especially if you're very quiet or reserved, or you know what, I should have said something, but I didn't. And so a connection that should have lasted 2 months lasted 2 years because I was turning a blind eye. I wasn't being honest with myself, with not only my own either attachment issues or someone else's. There could have been here someone pretending, placing wool over your eyes, so to speak, using a situation for their benefit as if the connection was, there was a motive behind it. Okay. So all these energies are talking about why it's super important for you to release them so that you can clear these energies, so you can clear these storylines in your love life. Let's see here. Let's get more energy with turning pain into purpose. Your struggles can become the foundation of your greatest strength. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Single Aquarius, and you have here dominance, believing in yourself. Super important. Like I said, for some of you, it may have been here a lack of, feeling insecure or inadequate, not feeling comfortable in your own skin. And so attaching to someone or becoming codependent with someone that was giving you attention and you misrepresenting attention with love because there was a void to be filled in some way, shape, or form. So as you potentially here work on this energy in December, you're allowing yourself to heal the part of you that may show up as an insecurity or as, something that you feel inadequate about. It's you working on that in December. So as you heal through it and you work through it, then you are able to step in a very different energy, an energy of self-confidence, an energy of someone who has a strong sense of self, a person who has inner strength, a person that is confident to stand in their power, in their space, and confront situations where someone is not honoring your space or valuing you. And there could have been something here. There could have been some words that chipped away at your confidence, or perhaps this sense of dishonesty, whether it was backstabbing, deception, a lack of transparency of some sorts, that may have chipped away at your confidence. And so this reading is saying it's time for us to take a look at what these elements are so that you can clear them from your heart chakra and you can step into an energy in 2026 where you are stronger, more confident, and excuse me, and feel more comfortable in your own skin. That whomever connects with you, and I'm not looking at the words here, but I'm looking at this beautiful picture of two people connecting with one another, that someone is able to connect and to connect with you and in a way embrace all of you, right? All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. Give me more clarity here on attachment issues. Yeah, the one who hesitates, ponder, delay, confidence. Validation, confirmation. Focusing on what seems to be that reoccurring storyline where you feel less than or you don't feel enough. Where is it stemming from? Where is it coming from? Is that one of the challenges or obstacles that keep appearing in your dating life over and over again? What is it that you're afraid to take a look at in the past or recent past in order for you to heal from it? This person here has, okay, let me see. There we go. There's a person here. Her eyes are closed. Her hands are in front of her face. When I place the card down, you're going to see she's facing my left-hand side. This is my left-hand side over here. She's facing the left, but her eyes are closed. She doesn't want to see. She doesn't want to take a look at the past. And here is a person here playing the violin. So there's this resistance of not wanting to see, well, what were or what have been my attachment issues. So that's why it's coming up for you here in the month of December, because this is saying, well, what do we need to heal? What do we need to confront within ourselves so that there isn't this sense of you turning a blind eye on the things that you really need to work on so that you can open the door to loving yourself first, of course, but also allowing yourself to open the door to accepting love in return. So what have you been turning a blind eye on that has been a reoccurring pattern over and over again? All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Dishonesty. Let's see what's coming through. And Aquarius, don't forget, if these messages resonate for you, drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages, these December messages, resonated for you. All right, let's take a look here. And you have the Chariot. The Chariot with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. In order for you to potentially here move into a new direction, single Aquarius, it's be super important for you to work on your confidence. You have 3 cards in this December spread talking about confidence, believing in yourself. Literally, the one who hesitates says confidence. And again, here with the Chariot card, where it says, I go forward with confidence. In order for you to reach that opportunity where the universe is spinning something in your direction, where you may have the opportunity in 2026 to open the door to love, to connections, to partnerships, is super important for you to know what it is that you are moving towards. What are your standards? What are your beliefs? What are your values? The Chariot rider, okay, the rider here has 2 horses. In order for the rider to arrive to his destination, the 2 horses and the rider must be in alignment. Because if one horse goes in this direction, this horse goes in that direction, and the rider wants to go straight forward, if everyone is going in different and opposite directions, no one is getting anywhere anytime soon. So it's super important here for you, single Aquarius, to have a very clear vision of what is your goal in regards to your love life. What type of connection would you like to have? What are the healthy traits that need to be there in order for you to be like, okay, this is the connection that I want to move forward, or this is the person I want to move forward with. You also have here the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is known as a planet of good luck and expansion. And so this is like the universe saying, guess what? There's a potential new chance for you here in the upcoming year, okay, in 2026. Remember, 2026 is the year of 1. If you add all the numbers of 2026, you get the number 10. In numerology, we look at single digit numbers. So it says here, and that would be the number 1. 1 is about new beginnings. So 2026, great opportunity for you to start fresh. The Wheel of Fortune says, I trust whatever the universe brings me. You trust what the universe brings you because you are going to allow yourself to be more open to receive the love that you deserve, okay? And work on the confidence factor. Again, you have 1, 2, 3 cards talking about confidence, working through your attachment issues, turning pain into purpose, turning your struggles into the foundation of a healthier, stronger individual with more centered and grounded beliefs and values when it comes to love, connections, and partnerships. It's you no longer turning a blind eye on the things that need to be changed within you, the things that you need to work on, and also not turning a blind eye at people who may not value you and the people who may not respect you. Because when you stand in your own power, just your own presence, the way that you carry yourself with confidence, because it says dominance here, okay? The person who's sitting there like No, I'm not going to allow you to do X, Y, and Z because I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And so there's this energy here of this person like, nope, you're no longer going to belittle me. You're not going to make me feel less than. You're not going to make me feel like I'm not enough of X, Y, and Z. I feel here, or I have the strength that it takes in order to stand my ground and work through X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that's all that's coming through for you here, single Aquarius. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages have resonated for you. Don't forget here, single Aquarius, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. And I look forward to meeting you during the 5-minute readings, mini readings that I give to those of you who are subscribed to my channel. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.